This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. So yesterday we are learning about budgeting. So let me go back the budgeting. I'm closing this application. So now we understood like budget control configuration is the most important point. Budget control configuration is the most important. So let me go back. Budgeting, budget setup, budget controls, budget control configuration. So here we have selected dimensions and we have selected permissions. In general, for all users, it will be prevent over budget processing, and available budget funds we have learned, and journals, how to select we have understood, and assign model, budget models from period to period, and model we need to assign. And here define budget controls. Here we are discussing yesterday. In this you are defining what is the from account to account you are mapping the criteria for selling and for this one. So if you don't want, if you want for the entire expenses, you can select from 600001 to 69999. For all accounts we are mapping expenses controls. Here it is the controls are the expenses controls are defined for 601200 to 601400 only, and training 602200. For these accounts only it was configured controls. So if you want the controls for all ledger accounts, simply expenses all accounts, you can select 64001 to 659. If you select automatically, it will control for the entire expenses. All expenses will be controlled. Okay. Now select main accounts. Why it is available? What is the purpose? Suppose here I have not selected main accounts. Suppose I have not selected main accounts. Then which main accounts I need to select? Which main accounts I need to select? I don't have control. So at that time you have option to select accounts. If you select main accounts, no issues. If you select main accounts, then no need, like always main account should be in the top. So in this case, it will not show any main accounts. Look at this one, was gone. If in case you have not selected, in general 99% scenarios we will select budget in the budget control dimensions, we will select main accounts. Then you need not to worry about this one. Okay, now because of this main accounts disturbance changing, so defined budget control rules are gone. Sometime it was gone. So what I have to do, restore activation version, the earlier activated version I'm restoring, so that it will come here. Okay, create default. Understood? Any confusion here? So the main accounts, usually it is not required, it is optional only. If in case you have not selected main account for budget control, then we need to select main accounts. Budget groups also, it is optional. This is also not mandatory. You can select, it is optional. It is not mandatory, it is also optional. Messages, it is the alerts information will be sent. So these three are not much important. It is not much important. but if you want you can use it, otherwise you can skip. Now activate budget control is must. It should be activated, means this button should be disabled, and this is always turn off, means it is budget control is turned on. You need to take care about this one. So let me do activate. Click OK. Okay, once it is always activate and budget control is on, then only we need to enter budget register entries. Budget register entries. 1 second, whether I have started recording? Yes. Sorry. Okay, budget register entries, always as I told you, it should be control is turned on, then only you need to enter all this, whether it is original budget or revision budget or transfer budget, you can do. Now I want to see the reports kind of things, small things. So we can see some reports, actual versus budget. Main account plus business unit combination I have entered. Budget model for 2021. Now apply parameters. So now it is nothing here, but look at this one. We have entered some budget figures. This one 2000 is the actual budget, 601200, and the actual expenditure is this one. See, revision, like it is showing revised budget amount. So 2000 is the budget amount and 450 is the actual expenditure, and remaining budget amount is 1550. So budget funds are available here. Otherwise, let me verify another report. Yes, this is budget register entries by dimension. If you select main account plus business unit and budget model, now apply parameters. Now look at this one, it is only showing the budget funds amounts available, whatever it is created. Without dimension, we have mapped this one. Okay, the original budget, expenses budget, and this is like 1 second, why it is not showing any? Revenue budget. This I have not used. I'm sorry. Revenue budget I have not. I'm not sure much about this one. One more report is there. Give me a minute. Yes. This will be good actually. Budget control statistics. So this is the good report actually for understanding purpose. Now look at this one. See, this is total budget. Budget funds available. This is total budget. This is actual expenditure. So if it is this is total budget, this is actual expenditure, this minus this is equal to available budget funds available. So these reports you can see like small kind of reports, it is available. You can generate and you can see what is the total budget amount, what is the actual expenditure, and what is the remaining budget funds. Okay. Any questions here? Anything to discuss? Original budget, revision budget, transfer budget. We can use 3 types of budgets while creating entries. Even preliminary budget also you can enter. Are you able to hear me? Anyone, please, at least?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more thing. This is budgets. I have explained standard budgets. Means if you go here, we have basic budget and next like budget cycles and budget configuration and basic budgets we have discussed. This is basic budgets. Now one more function is available, budget planning. Budget planning. To be frankly, what is this budget planning? I will explain you, but I will not show in the system. What is this budget planning means? Suppose yesterday we discussed, if you remember, let me open the yesterday file. Day before yesterday, give me a minute. Yeah, day before yesterday. Here, as I told you, finance department one budget, stores department one, sales, purchase. These all are independently departments given, and overall together it is total 14 lakhs. And but like CEO or CFO of the company is giving only 12 lakhs. We need to adjust this one. Remember, so those things can be done in budget planning. But this is budget planning is little bit rigid process, rather than this one. Clients are using Excel file. In the Excel file, people are entering like finance department what is the budget, sales department what is the budget, and stores department what is the budget expenses. It is considering and it is combining in the Excel file, and it is modifying because we need to modify plus minus. Am I right? Budget planning. So finance department one expenses, sales department all combining. See, I will tell you. Here it is. Okay, here you can enter like finance department. So 601,200. This is they want 45,000 expenses. 602,300 some expenses. It is 85,000, 75,000 like this. Stores department, sales department, purchase department, next IT, next HR and payroll, and next admin. Like this, it is suppose 35,000, and they are asking like 2,50,000, and this is a department is asking 85,000, and it is 2 lakhs something. This is 55,000, and this is 35,000. So overall budget total amount it is suppose 25 lakhs. Then the sum of this each department wise budget, it is suppose one is 2 lakhs, another one is 3 lakhs, another one is 5 lakhs, another one is 3.5 lakhs, and 2.5 lakhs, altogether total 25 lakhs. But altogether it may reach to 35 lakhs the budget, but allocated budget is 25 lakhs only. Then you need to modify these things, am I right? You need to discuss with internal teams, and it should be decreased somewhere else, adjustments, am I right? This is exercise of budget planning. Understood? Any questions here? Anyone? Are you able to follow me this one? Budget planning means? Yes or no, please? Are you able to follow? No one is able to understand?
Yes, sir,
Yes, able to follow you.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Fine, thank you. So this exercise we need to modify a lot. So this modification is not that much easy for budget planning in this one. That is the reason people are using Excel file for budget planning a lot. Because suppose here it is 3 lakhs, but it is total it is coming 3.3 lakhs. Now I need to adjust to 2 lakhs or 2.5. If I want to make it 2.5 lakhs here, then I need to modify here, and I need to convince my internal departments, and I need to make sure the total should be reached to only 2.5 lakhs, so that the entire amount should reach up to only 25 lakhs, not 35 lakhs. Whatever it may be. It may be crores or lakhs or whatever it may be. So in the Excel file is a easy function how to update. That is the reason we are not using much. I mean to say we can use budget planning, but in this also we can do budget planning, but it is not that much friendly like Excel file, because modification or corrections are like modifying the data is little bit flexible in Excel file. So we can do this one, and at last this will be reached to whatever it may be. Okay, so this is about all budgeting. So revisit my video recording session and practice with some sample data, and come back to me if you have any clarifications or anything. Budget controls is not a complex. Budget planning is a little bit complex, which is I have not explained. So you can use this Excel file and you can proceed. Okay, fine. Next, let us go back to general ledger module, new topic, consolidation process. Consolidation process, let me explain you. Little bit important. Really for finance consultant, it is most important. Consolidation process. What is this consolidation process means? Combining of multiple legal entities into one is a consolidation process. Okay, now your presence also most important. It is a kind of debate kind of thing. It is a kind of debate. Okay, now I'm telling you one example, like I have a company in India. Okay, one is in Hyderabad, another one is in Bangalore. One is in Hyderabad, another one is in Bangalore. Now, can I create this as a legal entity, as this one also legal entity? Or can I use these two as a business unit? In our system, we have business units. Being a finance consultant, this is you need to take the decision, or you need to discuss with CFO or CEO of the company, CFO and CEO of the company, or finance managers or director like finance or accounts department. You need to decide. So whether I want your participation now, whether you will go with legal entity or business unit. You know, now you know the difference between business unit and legal entity. Which one you will prefer? This is option 1. This is option 2. Please unmute, because you need to face this one in the client place wherever you are implementing. This is the only area, tough decision. A good debate, healthy debate should be happen between you and your client. They will have companies, branches, business units. Whether I need to create a legal entity or business unit, the healthy discussion should be happened while implementing. Now your opinion, which one you will vote? Whether you will go with this one or whether you will go with this one, and what is the best option, and what is the plus points or what is the minus points? Anyone, please, with your experience. I know some junior people don't know about that one, but senior people are there in this. Now I am taking another one, Warangal. If you speak, I can debate and I can tell you. Otherwise, if you are keep silent, it will be like it will not be healthy discussion. Yes, please.
Go for
Yeah. Three, are
legal
you
entity. The end of year we go for consultant.
yeah, fine. Now, which one you will select?
I think better to go for legal.
Okay,
Go for
all
legal entities.
okay. Okay. So Rajalakshmi is telling like this is the best option. Okay. Any opinions? Any other opinions?
Satya, according to me, for example, legal entity, when we say, for example, we have created a TCS, right? So that's an entity. So when
It
we
is a
come to the
yeah,
business
exactly.
unit,
Yes, yes.
it would be a
Yeah.
different branch for the TCS,
Hmm.
right?
Yes, yes, exactly. Exactly. We have created TCS. We have TCS in Hyderabad, TCS in
Yes.
Bangalore, TCS in Warangal, suppose.
Yeah. So
Then,
these could be a business units, right? Then
okay, fine. So your
because
your
has
your opinion
each
is
has
this one. Yeah.
own cost center. Actually, each business unit will be having its own cost center.
Okay. Okay. So now actually TCS is a software company. I will take example like always. I will take example like suppose Rama Electronics is a my company, or suppose Samsung Electronics. Samsung Electronics. I will take example this one. Samsung Electronics. They are doing business. So they have companies in these areas. Whether I can create like this or whether I can create like this. So in your opinion, can we proceed like this? This, if you want to speak, please mute. Otherwise, you can end. You can speak. Otherwise, mute. Yeah, yes, please. So Banu is telling like he's voting for this one, and Rajalakshmi is voting for this legal entity.
We can select the second one and we'll mention business unit as mandatory. That will be good.
Okay, so you are voting for this one, and you are making business mandatory.
Yes.
Okay, fine. That's good. One thought. Definitely, this is fine. Okay, one thought. Another thought. Any other? So Ravikantji, any your opinion?
Yeah, in order to go for consolidation, we must have a strong reason for merger. Or see, I'm not very sure about what I'm talking, but I would suggest that we take them as the business units rather than merging of the legal entities. That
Okay,
would be a better option in my opinion.
okay, fine. So Ravikant also he is telling like we'll go with this option. Okay. Now pluses and minuses I will explain you everyone. Okay, fine. So only Rajalakshmi voted for this one, and 3 members are voted for this one. Fine. But my opinion is mix. My opinion is mix. What do you mean? Here I will take this as a legal entities, and this one here I will create Hyderabad business unit and Warangal business unit. These two are business units. So my opinion is not final. My opinion is I'm not the final decision maker, but there are so many parameters we need to understand. There are so many parameters we need to analyze. Firstmost is statutory reports. Statutory reports means two government need to share reports to government authorities. Need to share government authorities. So while submitting documents, example sales order invoices, while submitting sales order invoices, okay, here I need to submit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. in sequence manner to Hyderabad or Telangana government. So here I'm creating because in this, if I generate one invoice in Hyderabad and another invoice if I have generated in the Bangalore, if I'm taking like this, Bangalore, I cannot submit invoice copies to the Bangalore government and Hyderabad government or Telangana government or Karnataka government in a continuous number. I don't know if it is any exception. Hello, I'm sorry, there is a network issue in between. 1 or 2 minutes it was disconnected. Am I audible now? Am I audible to everyone?
It's audible.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So there are like in 2 minutes it was disconnected.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Now, whenever I'm submitting sales order invoice copies to government authorities, to Telangana government, then I need to submit one. I cannot skip second and sixth one, 9, 10, 11. If I'm skipping this second, sixth and 9, 10, 11, then these invoices are in Karnataka. So Ravikant, is it fine or any complexities here? Like can we submit consolidated invoices to central government? Is it fine or in latest act?
Well, as per the GST,
Hmm.
sequential numbering has to be there.
Okay. Okay. So in that case, so I cannot combine this Hyderabad, Bangalore and Warangal. Agree with me, everyone? So I can create for Telangana, I can create one legal entity and I can create Bangalore or Karnataka one company. Make sense? So the highest priority you need to give always for government authorities. What are the documents you need to submit? That is the first priority. That is the first priority. Next permission is, next one is, so then in that case I will create Telangana company, one company, Hyderabad or whatever it may be. In Hyderabad company, Hyderabad is one business unit, Warangal is another business unit. And in the same manner for Bangalore, another company I can create. This is whenever you are discussing with business people, this is the first priority or highest priority you need to give, because you need to do some customizations, required some customizations. At that time, the major important is do not disturb government authority reports. For government authority reports, we'll try to develop reports functionality. So there is always two things. One is functionality change. Another one is report changes. So don't give preference to functionality change. Try to give importance to reports to be developed, complex reports. If you are changing the functionality, of course, it is some extent, in some situations, definitely we need to change the functionality as per the client requirement. But the highest priority is always give reports to be developed rather than changing the functionality. Here, because for the government authorities, I need to submit reports. That is the reason I'm taking Telangana as one company. As business units, I'm taking Hyderabad and Warangal. Suppose here the different, like the problem is, so in the consolidation, look at this one. If you are doing consolidation, what you can do in the consolidation process means I can bring, like suppose Telangana one company and Karnataka one company and Tamil Nadu, otherwise I will take Maharashtra one company. I can do a combining of this consolidation company. While doing consolidation in this, you can consolidate ledger accounts, that means main accounts plus financial dimensions plus main account categories. You can combine these things only. You can combine these things only. Means, suppose we have in our system USMF one company and another one is DMF another company. Okay, if you want to combine these two, or another company is INMF. If you want to combine these companies, you can combine only general ledger module. If you want to combine the same thing for the customers, it is not possible. Customer data not possible for customer transactions, vendor transactions, and item transactions, etc. Not possible. Now here in Hyderabad and Warangal, suppose if you don't want to see the customer consolidation, customer data, customer consolidation, vendor data, consolidation item data, then you can create Warangal also one legal entity. Understood? If in case, if you don't want any consolidation data of customer, vendor and item, if it is not required, create this also two legal entities. If suppose If you want consolidation, customer data, vendor data, or item data in these two companies, particularly item masters, I want to verify on-hand inventory in the entire Telangana state. Either it is in Hyderabad or Warangal or Suryapet, I want to see on-hand inventory in one shot. Then you can create one legal entity. If you want separate legal entity. Got my point? Any confusion? Any arguments, please? Any arguments? Anything? Here, if you want on-hand inventory in one shot, I want to see, or customer data all together one company, then you can create these two together into one company. If you want separately, then you can create two.
Sacha,
Yes, Ravka.
are you talking about merger and amalgamation here in consolidation?
So in the merging of the data is possible only financial data. Merging. So if you want to see the data, merging data, you can see only in the consolidation process. You can merge only ledger data. That means general ledger entries only. You cannot see customer vendor consolidation data. It is not possible directly. Of course, reports can be developed. Reports can be developed. But if you want to look at this one directly, suppose here, if I'm going to the application, now USMF, in USMF, this is Hyderabad company. In Hyderabad company, if I go to inventory, on-hand inventory, I'm showing like inventory. It is, even that is not relevant for here, but let us understand. Give me a second.
Consolidation, either we are going for merging or amalgamation. What sir said that. Ravikant sir said. We are consolidate only balance sheets mostly, right, sir?
Exactly, you're right. So the consolidation or merging of the data is only like a trial balance. Trial balance like balance sheet, P&L account with dimensions only can be done in the consolidation process. Now let me go to the application. Suppose I want to see on-hand inventory, Hyderabad separately, Warangal separately, or customer data, Hyderabad separately, Warangal separately. I don't want to see Hyderabad branch, Warangal branch, what is happening, I don't want to see. In that case, I can create separate legal entity. Means Hyderabad company running data should not be looked at Warangal data on the fly. But suppose if I, like Hyderabad people are looking at Warangal data, Warangal people are looking at Hyderabad data, there is no complexity. If it is not an issue, security permissions is not required. You can create, combine together into one legal entity. Everything is possible, but we need to minimize the customization. That's what my intention here. Okay, because I saw many clients wrong step initially, it will impact heavily a lot later on. The design, you are going to design this their company structure. So here in this, we can create warehouse, Hyderabad as one warehouse, Warangal as one warehouse. But look at this one. So here, if you create as a business unit, Hyderabad one business unit, Warangal business one business unit. Now if I go here, I can see the data directly in Hyderabad. What is the data, and Warangal what is the data? Whether it is the inventory transactions or customer transactions or vendor transactions. In some companies, they don't want to see the opposite company, like Hyderabad company should not look at Warangal company, and Warangal company should not look at Hyderabad company. If they want restrictions, better to go with Hyderabad and Warangal also separate legal entity. Understood?
Satya, one question here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, please.
Can you just open the notepad, please?
Yeah.
So the bottom, according to my understanding, the consolidation, for example, if I am a CFO, so I want to look the overall holistic 360 degrees of my all the companies together in the balance sheet, then that is the path which you have written, main accounts, financial dimensions, and main account, right?
Yes. Yes.
So for example, if I take any automotive Continental as an organization, so Continental has many subsidiaries and across the globe. So
Yes,
in
exactly.
a single annual report, in a single annual report every financial year, if I want to publish to my stakeholders and to see my company status, so this is a highlighted thing. As an CFO, I can publish this is about my organization health. Am I right? So
Yes.
this includes ZF. I mean Continental, Romania, Poland, India, all together in one financial sheet, one annual report, right?
Yes.
So, for example, you are bringing in another dimension. If the same CFO wants to see that Continental Romania Pty Limited or Continental AUS Pty Limited, Continental India Private Limited as in separate entities, a separate financial reports, then you are saying you can split and you can show it as in separate financial reports. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
That is what you're trying to say.
Yes. So let me take another example. I will draw a diagram. One is this is
Sir,
a group.
one thing,
Yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please. Proceed.
if we created business, if we considered Warangal as business unit, so we are in Hyderabad, we consider as one business unit in Telangana. So we have n number of business units in particularly Hyderabad. So after that, can we change all those business units in one company?
No. 1 second, I will tell you. Suppose design I'm writing here. Okay. In Telangana, one state. And suppose Maharashtra and Karnataka. This is my company design. HYD. Locations I'm writing. Warangal, Mumbai, Pune, and Bangalore. I have companies like this. I'm sure this is a legal entity. I don't have alternative. This is a legal entity. Am I right? It is must. This is one legal entity I have to create. And this is one legal entity I have to create. I don't have alternative. This is another legal entity. Okay. In this, maybe now for Telangana, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. Now, can I create Hyderabad as legal entity or branch? And for this, One more. This is legal entity or business unit, because there are two, Mumbai and Pune, and this is anyhow I can create one legal entity because only one, no issues. I can create one legal entity. So I can do this consolidation company. I can create a consolidation company. This is definitely I can create a consolidation company. In this consolidation company, I can see Hyderabad and Warangal trial balance, balance sheet, and GL related consolidation I can see. But in Hyderabad and Warangal, whether I want consolidation, like here, suppose Hyderabad company don't want to look at the Warangal data, and a Warangal company don't want to look at the Hyderabad data. In this case, I can create this as a legal entity, this as a legal entity. Understood? Because suppose I have created as Hyderabad and Warangal as a two warehouses, then I can see at a time all the data. Am I right? Agree with me? Simply by
Yes.
applying dimensions. By applying dimensions, I can see the data. Now customer is coming back. No, don't show this data to Hyderabad. Hyderabad people should not look at Warangal. Warangal people should not look at Hyderabad. That is my restrictions I want. Then create two different legal entities. Make sense? Like inventory, there is no issue. People will come back to you like customer transactions, particularly customer transactions. So they will ask like, no, what is sales happening in the opposite company? This company should not look at. Any, maybe a manager, maybe a like a sales guy, or maybe a purchase guy, any guy, he should not look at Warangal, what is happening. This is, I want restrictions. Then you can use this as legal entity. At any point of time, I want combined data together in the customer data, customer transactions or vendor transactions. I don't want restrictions. Any persons in Hyderabad people can look at Warangal, and Warangal people can look at Hyderabad, what is going on. There is no restrictions. It should be open. Then like permissions, means security permissions. I don't want security reasons, security stopping. It should be open for any person in within Hyderabad, like within Telangana state. Hyderabad people can look at Warangal, at what is going on at Warangal company, and Warangal company people, they can look at Hyderabad people. If they have, then only one company we will create, and Hyderabad and Warangal as a business unit. Make sense?
Once we created business unit earlier, can we change that in as a legal entity, sir?
No, it is not at all
In
possible.
system?
You need to, no, it is not possible. You need to create a new company and doing this is, you need to scrap this one and you need to create new company.
For example, new company for Warangal and that business unit of Warangal in Hyderabad company, we should avoid that.
Once again, it is a re-implementation. Once again, it is a re-implementation.
Okay.
If you want to change like this. So that is the reason I'm discussing now here. It is a healthy and good debate should be happened during implementation. So now I don't know the client requirement, whether he is okay to look at Hyderabad and Warangal data by each and every user. Particularly the restrictions they want, sales people. Hyderabad sales people should not look at Warangal sales. Warangal sales people should not look at Hyderabad sales. This is, they want, the clients will ask like this. I don't want to see the like Warangal, like in Warangal sales department, whatever they are doing, it should not be looked at Hyderabad, and Hyderabad, what is happening in the sales, it should not be looked at Warangal people. If you want restrictions, create two legal entities. Always first priority is statutory, second priority is securities. security permissions. Understood? High level inputs at least.
Once we created another legal entity for Warangal. Earlier it was a business unit. Now we converted Warangal as a separate legal entity. So if we required previous data to the Warangal legal entity, so at that case, what's the scenarios?
So you need to create, you need to scrap that companies, two companies. This company you need to scrap it, and you need to create two companies, Hyderabad and Warangal. Whatever the data it was happened. That's it.
So we cannot get the earlier data what we have.
No, like it is a re-implementation. I'm telling you, re-implementation means a fresh implementation. It is a big task.
Okay.
Okay, changing from business unit to legal entity to business unit is a very, very complex. It is not possible at all in the system. You need to create a new companies freshly, and you need to re-implement. Re-implement means freshly you are starting from the first. Okay, this decision is depending on finance consultant, how he is conveying to the client. A single wrong step will impact heavily. Single wrong step instead of
And
business.
in your experience, will you give? In your experience, will you give priority for legal entity or business unit, sir?
That's what that is depending upon the client requirement. That's what I'm telling you. Client requirement. Whether client is
just
asking.
Just said financial consultant.
Yeah, but actually that is depending on the client requirement. Suppose the customer is asking, I don't want Hyderabad people should not look at Warangal data, and Warangal people should not look at Hyderabad data. Then two legal entities. Simple. Because I can give security permissions by legal entity wise. Security permissions are majorly worked on like legal entity wise. Of course, business unit wise, if you want, there is so much you need to do a lot customization kind of thing. Record level security is available. That is hectic job. So now Hyderabad people can look at Warangal data. Warangal people can look at Hyderabad. I don't have any restrictions. I don't want any restrictions like this. Then you can create as a one legal entity as Hyderabad, and business unit is Hyderabad and Warangal. This is client requirement you need to study. You need to study the client requirement.
Yes, Satya. I mean, you're saying that at the time of implementation only, you need to decide all things, right?
Exactly, you're right. Exactly, you're right.
Okay, we cannot modify after the implementing this all.
Yes, yes, exactly, you're right. Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
So I will show you this company like consolidation process tomorrow. I will explain you, and then I will come back to here, and if it is anything, we'll discuss. Okay, I'm stopping here for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time, 7 a.m. IST. See you all.